Hi guys, welcome to phase 3 of the study abroad journey. If you're new here, I already have 2 videos out. The first one is about the phase 1, which is your why or finding your motivation. It's already on the channel, so make sure you go and watch it. And the second phase we finished was about researching. It's also on the channel. Go and click those 2 videos and watch, and then come back here and then let's continue the conversations. But if you're already subscribed to the channel and you've watched those 2 videos, then you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Today's video is about phase 3, and it's all about preparing your documents. So in the previous phase, which is the researching, we talked about going to the school's website and understanding their requirements. If you did that, then now you should know the requirements that your school needs from you. So it's time to prepare those documents. This is also why I keep saying that you need 1 year for this journey. There's so much that you need to do, and some of these things take time. So give yourself some time to get things right. These are some of the documents that I know almost all the schools will ask you. The first one is letters of recommendation. So usually there will be about 2 or 3. You need these letters of recommendation from your previous professors or your employers or people that you've worked with. So it's time to start forming relationships with those people. And this is one advantage of giving yourself 1 year. So if you went to a big school like University of Ghana and you don't have any relationship with any professor, it's time for you to start forming those relationships. If you have his number and you watch his status all the time, or you are connected to him or her on LinkedIn, it's now time to do all the ahunch and all of that, so that when it's time for you to get your recommendations, they will be like, they know this person, and then they can give you a letter of recommendation. If you know you need letters of recommendation from your former employer as well, it's time for you to start being very familiar and very nice to them in the office. Another important document that I know they'll ask you for is SOP, or statement of purpose, or your personal statement. This is probably the most important document that you apply to your program for. This document, what it does is it tells the school and the admission boards who you are, why you are choosing this program or the university, what your career goals are. It's an opportunity for you to tell them your story. And I advise people, don't copy anyone's SOP. Don't copy anyone's personal statement, because everyone's journey is different. Everyone's story is unique. So SOPs are perfect opportunities for you to sell your unique story. If you need help writing your SOPs, there are tools that are available. There's Grammarly, there's ChatGPT. But when it comes to using AI, make sure you don't use AI right from the scratch. Write your own personal statement, right? Now you can use AI to refine it. Hear me out again. Write your own personal statement and then use AI to refine it. Don't use AI to write a personal statement from the scratch. That's no good, and you probably won't get admission. If you get admission, you can get good funding. Another document that they'll ask you for in a graduate program is your resume. So it's time for you to start putting together your resume. Talk about all the achievements, everything that you did in your various workplace. Put all of that nicely in a resume. Americans really love to read resumes, and if you're going to a graduate school or graduate program, you need to have a well-written resume. Another important document that you will need to gather at this phase is your transcript from your previous university. Sometimes it takes a while for your university in Ghana to send your transcripts to the university in the US. So you need to reach out to your university in Ghana very early, provide the American school's details to them so that they can send your transcripts over to them. Some universities also require you to do a transcript evaluation, and the most popular one I know is WES, and that's what I used as well. So they want to authenticate this transcript from the Ghanaian universities. And also what happens is that if you do a transcript evaluation, your GPA sometimes comes up, right? So it's always an advantage for people with lower GPAs. Whenever the school asks you to do a transcript evaluation, please go for it. Don't say you don't have the money. I know it costs, I think it's about $200 or $250. I know it costs something, but trust me, it will be on your good side to do it. It will increase your GPA a bit. If you already have a good GPA, good for you. But people with lower GPAs like the 2.8, 2.9, doing a transcript evaluation would definitely put your GPA in like 3 point something. So go in for it. gather your transcript from your university. And if you know your university usually delays, then start that process very early so that it can go to the school very early. Now let's talk about standardized test scores. Most schools I know waive off the GRE and the GMAT requirements these days. But if the program you're going for in your dream school and they need you to provide your GMAT or your GRE, make sure you're working on that. If you're now about to take the exams, all the best. Make sure you take the exams and you pass and you have your scores available so that when it's time for you to apply, which is the next phase, we'll talk about that. There's a different video about applying. You have all the documents ready for them. But if you're like me, you choose a school that doesn't need a GRE or a GMAT requirement, because that's money you're going to spend. That's so much time as well. So look out for those options, GRE, GMAT options. I know since COVID happened, many schools have stopped asking for those requirements or those test scores. Just a reminder, if you really did your research well in the phase 2, which I talked about in the previous video, then you will know all the requirements that your school needs. And if you really took the notebook or your notes app or Google Sheet and you kept track of all the requirements, then you will know the documents that they need, right? So don't just take my word for it. I'm not saying every school asks you for GRE or GMAT. I'm not saying every school asks you to do transcript evaluation, but make sure you read on the school's website and find out the requirements. And then you can provide those documents or start working on getting those documents ready so that when you're applying, you already have them and then you can just provide them. Boom, 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 boom. This one is not a requirement from your school, but just make sure you have a passport ready. It's also a document, but if you do not have a passport, start applying for a passport. Why are you on this study abroad journey when you do not have a passport? So if you get your admission, what are you going to travel with? You need a passport to apply for a visa. So don't wait for admissions before you start working on your passport. Please don't do that. You should have a passport before starting this journey, but if you don't, start applying today. And this is a pro tip for organizing your documents. I did this and it worked for me. Create a Google Drive folder where you put all your documents in there. And make sure you label them very well so that when you're looking for something, you can easily find it. This is what I did and it really helped me a lot. So I always recommend it to my friends. Create a Google Drive folder, and in there you can have your Google Sheets that you use to track your applications, their requirements, the tuition, and every information you find out about the various schools. So Google Drives are very helpful. If you have a software like Notion, that might be helpful as well. So I'm just encouraging you to use something. Notebook, Google Drive, something, but Google Drive is for your documents. So please create a Google Drive and put all your documents in there and label them well. So that's it for the third phase of the study abroad journey. The next phase we'll talk about is applying and securing funding. So that will be the next video that I will do. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that video. And if you really like this video, hit the like button so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people. Don't be selfish. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If there's any documents that you are confused about or you need clarity on, leave your questions in the comments as well and I'll answer them. Thank you so much. Bye.